What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you how to make your game go from looking like this to looking like something more like this. So if that interests you or you're not liking the way your game looks, make sure you keep watching and I'm going to show you exactly how to do this. All right, so here is the regular game without anything to make it look better. And I do have my brightness, which I'll show you here really quickly, on 85. Now this is going to depend on your monitor, and all of this is really going to depend on your monitor, of course, especially when it comes to the brightness. I have a darker monitor, so my brightness is up all the way on 85. That's a good point for me, but yours might be good on 50 or 40 or 70. So for this tutorial, I'll be on 85, but keep in mind it depends on your monitor. So just make sure when you turn your brightness up in game, it is not too bright and like too washed out looking, but you also want to make sure it's not too dark, of course. So that's really the first step to making your game look really good. So here we are with just the regular settings, nothing crazy. And now for the secret that I just learned the other day, and it's actually insane how much it changes the look of the game. And you can also do this for other games as well. You need to have an NVIDIA graphics card, and all you do is go to your keyboard and press Alt-Z, and it will open up this GeForce Experience window. If you don't have this, but you do have a GeForce or an NVIDIA card, just make sure you look up how to get the GeForce Experience installed with the overlay enabled. But this is just the GeForce Experience overlay. Also, I'm sorry, it keeps pinging every time I press Z, but it's gonna have to deal with that. But for the game filter, we're gonna use the game filter is what it's called, to make the game look so much better. And I'm gonna show you my preset that I'm running right now, but you guys can also adjust it to make it look just how you want it yourself. So yeah, all you do is once you press Alt-Z, you come over here to game filter. I'm just going to click that, and then over here on the left you'll see you're going to have 3 presets that you can set yourself. They will all be blank. Then of course you have off, which it is now. So as you can see right now, if you take a look at my game and how everything looks, the colors, the gun, the sky, that's how it looks without the filter, with it off. Now if I turn it on right now, look how much it brightened everything up. It not only made everything brighter and more vibrant, it gave it more contrast. I reduced the shadows and everything, like I'm going to show you. It just looks so much better. It looks more colorful. It just looks really beautiful, honestly. It looks just phenomenal. I'll flourish the weapon right here, but yeah, and then I'll turn it off. It just looks dull. I mean, yeah, it still looks, pretty good. Like I think this game looks pretty good overall. I like the colors, but with this filter on, it's insane. Okay, so let's go ahead and I will show you the 3 filters I have. To add these, because there won't be any, you'll just click add filter right here and then find whichever one we're talking about. But we're gonna start out with Sharpen. So for Sharpen, I have mine on 30% and then the ignore film grain on 100. Also my stick's drifting, but this is what I have it on. Again, all these settings you can mess with yourself, but I would maybe recommend just setting them to what I have and then adjusting. If it looks too sharp and weird, you can reduce it. Maybe you don't want sharpness at all. The ignore film grain though, I think having that up on 100 makes the textures look a little smoother and less grainy though. So at least for me, that's what I have the Sharpen on, is 30% and then ignore film grain 100%. So that's the first filter you're going to want to turn on. And then the second filter you're going to want to turn on is brightness / contrast. This is a really important one. I'm not sure what the default values are. I think I left pretty much all of these except for shadows on the default values. So exposure 0%, contrast 30%, highlights 20%. I think all those are default, but again, you can just set them to that yourself just to make sure and see how your game looks like that on your monitor. And then the shadows, this is the important one. You want to turn this all the way down most likely, and this will basically make the shadows like if someone's in one of these caves over here, it'll be a lot easier to see them and really increase the visibility. Because if you watch, if I increase the shadows, it makes the game just look bad and it's super hard to see in corners and all that. So I think right here is where it normally is on -30, which it's okay, but you just want to go ahead and go down to -100%, and that will give you the max visibility possible in dark, shadowy corners and areas that people like to camp. And then finally, the exciting one is the color filter. So For the color filter, very simple. All you want to do is turn the tint color to 0, tint intensity to 0, because if you turn that on, it's just going to, I mean, you could use it, I guess. Actually, never mind. Let's turn this on. Yeah, this is what it does. It'll tint your game literally different colors, which I mean could be interesting at sometimes, but kind of hurts my eyes. So we're going to turn that off. Turn off the tinting, the 2 tint settings. Temperature, probably leave it the same on 0. Again, it just makes it colder or warmer, so you can adjust that if you want to have a colder look or whatever, but we're going to try to get it back to 0 here. Okay, so the temperature doesn't want to go back to exactly 0, but moving on is the vibrance. So the vibrance, this is the one that you can have some fun with and play around with. I have mine on about 60. 60.8, as you can see right here, but what this does is makes it more vibrant and more colorful, and really brings out the colors in the gold camo in the sand on this map, and really makes it pop. Because if you look and we turn it down, obviously if you turn it all the way down, it's going to make it black and white, which isn't really useful, but looks kind of interesting. But as you bring it up here, it brings more and more color into the game. Now if you go too high, like on 100, it looks very colorful. It doesn't look terrible, but at least for me personally and my liking, I think it looks a little too bright, a little oversaturated. So you can just come in a game like this whenever you do this yourself and really find that sweet spot for you, your eyes, and your monitor that you really like. So I usually bring it down here. I think 50's okay. I like it a little brighter and vibrant. So again, about 60.8 is where I like it. I could bump it up a little bit. I might try out 70.8 and see how that looks. So yeah, that's really about it. There are some other filters on here that you could maybe mess with. A lot of them aren't really useful though, but I just found out about this game filter a couple of days ago, and I thought it was really cool. So hopefully this helps you guys out. We're gonna do a split screen now, and I will show you this, which is also a really cool feature, just to really get a comparison for whenever I show you guys, as well as whenever you do this yourself. You can turn this on yourself. You can adjust the position here, so we want it centered pretty well on our gun right here, I think. But yeah, as you can see, I'm going to turn this off, and you can also do a gradient fade. It's kind of cool. Leave that on, and then Alt Z to get out of this. And then yeah, look at this. If you take a look on the left, you have just the regular game, and on the right you can see it looks so much better. It's actually insane how much better it looks. Like, I'm actually mind blown at how much sharper, how much more colorful it looks. And if we go over here and we look at somewhere like a dark area right here, if you look on the left, it's definitely less visible. On the right, it has just so much more colors and visibility. And I would recommend this map if you are turning this on. I just think it's a good map for just looking at the color of the sand and the rocks to get a nice bright vibrant orange without making it too vibrant and too bright and oversaturated, if you know what I mean. But it's gonna about do it for this video, I think. Hopefully this helped you guys out. I know for me, I'm still mind blown just looking at this right now. Just look at the gun, okay? Let's just admire the sniper right here, the Diamond LW3, okay? This is such a big difference. It's actually insane. It's just remarkable. But anyways, that's gonna do it for me today. Hopefully this helped you guys out. Now if you do have a AMD graphics card, I'm not sure if you can do this. I know you obviously won't have the GeForce experience, but there might be an AMD equivalent. I have to look it up. Maybe you guys can find out and let me know in the comments. But it's gonna do it for me today. Again, just to quickly recap, press Alt Z, go to game filter, or you can do Alt F3, it looks like, to bring that up as well as a shortcut. Then we're gonna turn the split screen off because I'm done with it. It's right here, turn that off. And yeah, there you go. And also, of course, whichever preset you make it in, it's gonna save that. So if you do wanna, you get on, and you're like, I wanna turn it off, whatever, boom, turn it off. As you can see, 2 and 3 I haven't set yet, so they're basically off. And then 1, boom, looks so much better. So anyways, this was a really helpful tutorial, hopefully, and it's gonna do it for me today. So leave a like, comment, subscribe if you enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next one.